The river did not turn pink. That went better than expected.
I knew it. You had no idea if the algae was going to work.
I did not. Did it?
It's in the river and reacting positively to the environment. We should be receiving a data stream from the nanosensors.
Confirmed. In a week, we'll have a very good idea of survivability and transmutation success.
Oh, journal update. Go to Leia Uminska's campaign. Right next to the synagogue in the Shuk. I can't read it. To meet up with Baruti. Okay.
I'm so lucky I ended up with Ada as my project supervisor. She's super talented and the sweetest person once you get to know her. At first, she can be a bit, haughty. She was a doctoral student in the bioneering department when I went to Cape Town.
Good work, Zoe.
The first time I went to Cape Town. You synthesized the algae, not me.
Our research, your models. Accept the credit. It was well deserved.
Thanks. You're right, Ada. It's progress. We have a long way to go before I'm patting myself on the back, though.
I agree. But we've made enough progress for one day. I'm staying here to monitor the data for a while. You can head out.
Are you sure?
When I say I want to be alone, it usually means I want to be alone.
I want
I'll
to
ping
be
you for
alone.
any discrepancies.
Please do. I'm heading over to the campaign office. See you tomorrow. Hiya.
Yes?
I can tell Ada's anxious to get back to work. I'm heading out.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. So there was a new journal entry, so... Algae deployed, river stayed, poo colour, not a drop of pink. I take this one as a personal victory of sorts. Also, the algae appear to be responding well. Time will tell. Now we wait. We play the waiting game. This is the one game I excel at. I wanted... It's kind of weird. I don't understand where the rest of it's gone. Strange. But, okay, we'll live with that for now. So we've got to go over to Leia Uminska's or Uminska. I can't really pronounce it, but we've got to go over to her place, campaign office. And oh, there's a map. Oh, there's all the journal entries. Weird. Okay, so let's see, because it did say there was an additional entry. We've read all of this. Okay, so I think we got up to here. Dear Diary, let's move forward and focus on the present. Note to self. Stop saying note to self. Even when I sub-vocalise, it sounds completely ridiculous. Also, I'm reminding myself to ask more questions about that I thing. It's a bit scary that they're Going after people like Nella. She runs a food cart, for God's sake. What next? A curfew? More arrests? I don't want to be living in a police state. Dear Diary, when I read this thing at some point in the distant future, when I have absolutely nothing better to do, let this day be known as the day of organic pork sausages. These are the choices that I must make. These are the consequences I must live with. The consequences of sausages. Sausage consequences. Sosquenches. I'm also taking a moment here to tell Zoe it's okay that Reza is so wrapped up in his work, that it's nothing to do with you, it's not your fault, and it'll be okay, really. I mean, that's what this journal is for. Writing things like that will give me... I feel like we've read this. Present me perspective and future me a good laugh. Time to put our algae to the test. Nerves, I must have them, and they're racked. If the river turns pink, I'm going into voluntary exile. Also, we're gonna... So getting a bot like that adorbs. Algae deployed, oh, that was the only extra bit. Okay, I'll delete this bit. Anyway, I'll delete all the bit that I just read, so hopefully you won't hear all that. Okay. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Look, there was a map, wasn't there? Oh. Level. Oh, this is new. They didn't have this before. Okay, but where are we now? Oh, I'm there. Okay, but where am I? How do I... How do I see what all these things are? It's not hugely helpful. Sorry. I'm sorry, peoples. I'm just trying to work out this map. Guess I can't. But we know that the office, it said it was near the Shook. So we know where that is. I'm not entirely sure
There's no way you can convince me that Kaiser
where we
Constantine...
go, but
Do you really have to call him that?
let's just try and see if we can get it. I'm figuring the river is sort of to my left here somewhere, and that's kind of where we need to head towards. So
I'm a rootin', tootin', 6-barrel shooting, map-toting, crow cowboy. Yeehaw!
okay, but you see, this is what I don't get, what these things are and how I'm supposed to know what these things are that were on there. Strange. And so is his hair. Is it up there? Or is that where I just came down?
Get your map here! Map!
Let's go that way. It's down. We want to go down. It's not down. That's down. Oh, look at that. That was in judgment, wasn't it? Presta Vista.
Stop dreaming.
Oh, look where we are. River still disgusting coloured, not pink. Handy. So, this is the Shook.
Biotech, vat-grown organs, wormhole generators, nanobot paste, neural implants, biotic processors, digital irises. There's nothing you can't get in the souk.
Oh, souk.
Unless you're looking for cheap trinkets
I
and
said
fake
souk.
antiques, then
And
yeah,
then
the bricks.
There's somebody else said it's Shook, so I thought, oh, that must be what it is. Now she's saying souk, which is what I was saying in the first place. I'm assuming that has to be where we're going, since it's got Leia's face everywhere.
Baruti might be the happiest man in Europolis. Nothing ever gets him down. Not again. When did this happen?
Hey, Sisi. Last night, the Fashos even saluted the camera. Bloody Omegas. Think they're untouchable.
Do you need any help?
With this, I got it. There's more important things for you to do.
You should get a decommissioned military...
Behind this sweet... sad leoness. It's tempting, but then I'll just keep cleaning up the mess until Constantine's goons admit defeat. Oh, by the way, Sisi, did you see the update? Eish! 2 points! Not bad. Not bad.
I don't think you've actually missed anything. It just might be a bit disjointed.
2 points!
Flow very
That's something to celebrate. Uminska invited all the managers to join her tonight in Warsaw for the live feed.
You going?
If I finish up in time, of course. When did I ever say no to a party? How was Trieste? I think I see a tan.
Good. They have this thing in the sky. I don't know what it's called. It's big and yellow and made of fire and it's super hot. So awesome.
I remember the sun from Botswana. They have that there too. But it's much bigger and much nicer.
You're such a warm dusher, Baruti. Who needs the sun when you have the clammy, sticky heat of Propast in July? So what's the plan, Stan?
Today, there's delicate work to do. Do you know Queenie?
Queenie? No, I don't think... Wait. The Babka on the boat, out by the bricks?
That's her. Teta Queenie basically runs the Chinese market. She's the only one who dares stand up to Mr. Lando. When you meet Queenie, you'll understand. Everyone in the bricks respects her. Everyone in Propast. And that's why you're going to talk to her.
See, he said shook.
Me? Baruti, you're so much better at this than me.
Even if that's true, I can't. I'm meeting with some local business owners from the Shuk. I need to stay put. Pay Queenie our respects. Let her know that she's a friend to the party and that we're very happy with how she runs things. Ask if there's anything we can do for her.
And... I'm sensing an and. There's always an and.
Ask her for her support and endorsement. It will have a big impact on our campaign in this barrier.
So that's all. Beg one of the most powerful people in Propast for a favor.
That's all, Sisi. Easy, yeah? Oh, and you might need this.
Cryptocoin? What for? I have monies.
Have you ever shopped in the bricks, Sisi? Folks there aren't too fond of traceable funds. They prefer plata, cash, not credit, and no banks.
Maybe I won't jump into the river from sheer
Okay,
embarrassment
that's
of
the end
making
of that
an
conversation.
ass of myself.
Makoya!
Autosave.
When you come
speak
back,
with
we're
Queenie.
done for the day. I have a party to get ready for.
Hold on. On her sampan something, I couldn't read the rest of it, in the bricks. See what else we can get out of him first. Okay, we've got quite a few actually. Oh! Okay, got that.
What's on your mind, Sisi?
I don't think I ever asked... Baruti always speaks so warm. I don't think I ever asked Baruti how he ended up working for Leo Uminska and the Social Democrats. Constantine... I don't know much about... 7 siblings. Impressive work.
Oh.
I can't even begin to relate. Makes me wish I had siblings growing up. Well, I did.
There we go.
I just never knew.
Uminska.
I can understand how he'd missed them all, especially the twins. Sounds like they were close.
Okay.
I don't think I have 7 siblings. Konstantin Wolf is Uminska's biggest opponent, and Baruti's nemesis. I don't know what he'd do if Wolf won the election. Probably leave and head back south. Sounds like Baruti's been around the world and back. I'm jealous. Before the coma, I don't know. I didn't care as much. I was happy staying put. And now that I want to travel more, I can't afford it. Figures. Baruti always speaks so warmly of Leo Uminska. He must be her biggest and most loyal supporter. I don't think I can ever really understand that kind of dedication, especially when it comes to politics. It's impressive. Almost I don't know much about Baruti and his life before we started working together. We've been friendly, but he knows a lot more about me than I do about him.
Okay, so
And I
let's
am
start at the
curious.
top and work our way down.
Most people I know have an ambivalent relationship with Europolis, but Baruti seems to be very happy here. I wonder if that's just show. I should get going. 7. I don't think I ever asked Baruti how did you end up working on the campaign?
Just a happy accident. I was working for a charity in Dresden, a support network for homeless teens. I'd only been in Europolis a couple of months. I was still learning the ropes. I honestly had no idea what I was doing. One day, Leia Uminska got in touch, asking how she could be of assistance to our charity. She'd just been elected leader of the party. We got to talking. She told me about her campaign. Of course, I was an arrogant ass. I told her everything I thought they were doing wrong. Humility wasn't in my blood back then. Afterwards, I figured, well, that's the last I'll ever hear from her. 2 weeks later, I get an offer from her campaign manager. They want me to join her team in Gdansk.
That must have been a good feeling.
I was scared, Sissy. I left Botswana because I was tired of doing things just for myself. I came to Europolis to help others, maybe do some good, for once. And now, suddenly, here I was, part of a movement to change the world.
No.
I wasn't prepared for it.
Oh, didn't mean to do that one yet, but...
And I haven't for a single moment regretted
Oh
that
my.
decision.
Me too! No, criminal.
I should get going. Baruti always speaks so warm. What did you do before you came to Europolis?
I was a lawyer. Can you believe it? Corporate law even. Eish.
Yeah, no, I can't see it.
I was good too. I managed the family's trust in Johannesburg.
Oh my.
My older brothers run things from Francistown, Gaborone, and the city of London.
How many brothers do you have?
4. And 3 sisters. We are 8 altogether. Same father, different mothers.
You're the youngest.
Youngest boy.
Oh.
I have 2 younger sisters. Twins. They aren't involved in the family business. But my older sister, Lesedi, is. We don't speak. She did not approve of my change of heart.
What happened?
What can I say? I finally saw what I was doing with my life. Existing only for myself. Obsessed with money, power, status. Also, I didn't agree with some of the investments we were making. The lack of ethics. So, one day I left it all behind. My job, my family, my fiancé. I had to make a clean break. It was too easy to simply fall back into the good life. I had to learn to struggle.
You don't miss them?
Every day, Sissy. Every day. I speak to Gosego from time to time, my second oldest brother.
I reckon it was the
And
head
the
that did
twins,
it, my friend.
Of course. But the rest? They were disappointed and angry. They didn't understand. Never will.
7 siblings. What do your younger sisters do?
Ah, the twins. They are wonderful, Sissy. You'd like them. They also jumped ship. Left the family business, but I don't think Father ever expected them to be a part of it. They live in Ireland now.
They're neo-Luddites.
Anarcho-primitives.
Cool. A friend from uni went feral for a few years. She told me all about it after she reintegrated. Apparently, there's no trains and the tribal council forbids air traffic.
There's one old ferry that runs daily from Liverpool, but that's all. And there's no wire connection to Ireland. We don't get to talk often, unfortunately.
What about your other siblings?
They're all in the family business. Corporate lawyers, financiers, like Father. My oldest sister Lesedi is second in command. When Father retires, she takes the reins. He keeps a tight leash on everyone. And when he can't, he cuts you off.
Your mother too?
We see each other
That's
now and
bad.
then. But to Father, she was just another in a long line of baby mothers. Bought and paid for. They are separated. She shares an estate with the other ex-wives. It's an odd
Strange.
arrangement. But Mother knew what she
Ain't
was
that
getting
the
into.
truth? Ain't
She's
that the
been
double
well
truth?
compensated. I think
I
she's
can understand that.
in her way. Hey, what can I say? My
Histories
family
like
is
that, it makes me grateful I'm an only child.
dysfunctional.
Okay, so let's go to
It's what I wanted to escape from. Sissy.
travel first.
I didn't want to keep living that life, and I'm not one of them anymore.
Baruti always speaks so warmly of Leo. Sounds... You're lucky to have travelled a lot.
I don't know if I'd say I've traveled a lot, but I have traveled. When I was part of the family business, I regularly did business across Africa, the kingdom, and the conglomerate. It made me realize how lucky I was to grow up in Botswana and South Africa. The freedom and prosperity we enjoy in the African Union, the resources, fresh air, lack of pollution. I miss that. Most of all, Africa is a paradise. And you don't think about it until you see how it is elsewhere. How people are hungry, cold, with no easy access to implants.
But she's wearing a
gene
leather
therapy.
jacket, which is
I
kind of...
really miss Africa. Especially when it's like this,
And shorts with
boiling hot
tights.
and humid. Does it ever get better?
Better? Never. Well, maybe for a month in spring and autumn. But winter here is bitter and wet. And in summer, it's like this every day. Not a breath of fresh air. No. You must learn to appreciate Europolis for its strengths and not compare it with home, Sissy.
Most people... I don't get your enthusiasm for Europolis, Baruti.
You've only been here a few months, Sissy. It takes time to understand Europolis. It has a complicated, fragmented soul. Every district is its own organism. I find Propast fascinating. More so than the other districts I've lived in. Dresden, Gdansk, even Berlin. Propast has an old soul. There's real history here. But it's also where history is being rewritten. Where the new Europe is actually happening. That's another reason why I came here for the campaign. Propast is like a barometer for Europolis as a whole. Whichever direction the wind blows in Propast, the rest often follows.
Will you stay here after the campaign is over?
I don't know what Leia and the party has planned for me, if we take office. I'm not sure my future is in politics. But I won't abandon my duty if I'm asked to serve. I'll stay in Europolis for certain, unless Wolf
You
wins.
see, this Europolis thing is where I thought
Anything but going south.
the European Union's going.
I want to keep a safe
I
distance
don't
from
think it's
Father
a pretty
and the
picture.
family business.
Glad we're leaving. Oh, look. Consequence.
Konstantin Wolf is Uminska's... Are you worried Wolf could win?
Of course I'm worried. He is a snake. Slippery and venomous. Wolf is a populist, a nationalist, a fascist. He claims he represents the people, but he only represents himself. And, of course, the corporations that are secretly backing his campaign.
I thought Wolf was anti-corporate. That's what he says in the ads.
That man has a lot of plunder. Millions being channeled into his campaign. Where do you think that's coming from? He has the support of some very powerful people. The same people he bad-mouths in his manifestos.
I don't understand.
It's a show, Sissy. The corporate syndicate knows that Dieter Gross and the Alliance have lost any shred of authority and trust. They made a mistake there, and it's hurt them. With Wolf, they have a new strategy. He pretends to distance himself from the corps in order to represent the working people. He will berate the corps, claim that he's going to clean things up, put power back into the hands of the proletariat, But the truth is, he is even more in the pocket of the syndicate than Dieter Gross and the Blues. It's a brilliant strategy, as long as they can control him.
And you don't think they can?
I think he's more dangerous than they have reckoned with. He's two-faced, manipulative. Once he's clawed his way into power, he's capable of anything. He's created a cult of personality around himself. A very calculated fictional narrative that appeals to a lot of voters unhappy with the state of Europolis. The only thing we can do is try to expose his lies. And
What?
I think I found something. I've been doing a lot of digging. Back in Botswana, I have connections high up in Bokamba Mesa. Family connections. There might be evidence of BM funneling funds into Constantine's campaign, maybe even directly into his personal account. And if that's the case, we might finally have some real dirt on Kaiser Constantine. At the very least, it would make people question his integrity and honesty. If we're lucky, maybe even enough evidence for a criminal investigation.
I hope you're being careful, Baruti.
I am. Once I have concrete evidence, I'm giving it to your man, Reza. He can do the story, expose Wolf and his lies.
I'm sure the Hand will be very interested. But Baruti, please just stay low, okay? Kaiser Constantine is evil.
He is.
Oh, okay.
And this is exactly why we have to
wrong
fight
one.
him. We cannot back down, Sissy.
Okay.
To do so would be dishonest and cowardly.
Baruti always speaks so warmly of Leo. How well do you know Uminska?
I've known her for several years, professionally. It's not like we're friends. Although she did take me out to dinner once, to thank me for my help. She's guarded, not the warmest person in the world. I think that's where we need to improve. Help her to open up and be more human. Get voters to see the person behind the mask. I really do think she's the right person to run Europolis. And not just because the alternatives are so disturbing.
Every time I watch Constantine Wolf speak, I get the shivers. The bad ones.
They don't call him Kaiser Constantine for nothing. And Leia, Miss Uminska, she knows him better than most. She has to constantly stand up to him and his hooligans. She has to deal with incessant insults and slandering without sinking to his level. I don't envy her that position. She's not perfect.
Wow, he
No one
is well.
But she is the person
Impressed
in the
with
world
her,
I
isn't he?
respect the most. And I will follow her through thick and thin.
So that
to the very
was
end.
a worthwhile
I owe her that.
conversation, only insofar as we got quite a bit of info about background of what's going on around
I should
here.
go. See you
But
later,
also,
Baruti.
there was some
Okay, Sissy.
point
I'll
when
see
we
you
talked
later.
about Constantine Wolf that there was a consequence symbol come up. So I don't know what that was all about, but we wouldn't have had that happen if we hadn't asked the question.